What you call them? Yeah, you can run now, little bro. Dion got a Madden game, so. Oh, now he sees it.
Hey, y'all, I gotta play this Madden game right quick.
He's not that good to be trying to just leave us hanging.
I mean, I'm alright, but it ain't like I was like, I ain't mean to offend nobody.
We still got 5, bro. I'm just trolling.
I'll give you 5.
Up high or down low?
Definitely down low.
Alright, too far.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League.
You seen P-Valley yet, Dion, this week?
Yeah, I seen
It's
him.
wild card weekend, and we've got a great one in store.
Between the Houston Texans and the New York Jets. He texted me before. I thought he was finished the episode. He was like, man, this dude's an emotional thug. I was like, chill.
In this AFC wild card game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
He ain't know the ending part.
That had to happen, bro. Brother doing too much, man.
Yeah, he was tripping. Back-to-back weeks for somebody getting sniped, though. Budget cuts.
On first down,
Because we just waiting on you, brother.
And that's checked down.
That's gonna be the wave all the way through
for
the last few episodes.
2 out to the 27.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball, there's a head of steam come out of the backfield. It can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Oh, I don't know who they would do next, though.
Mississippi.
On second down.
Everybody on the tour.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage.
See how they did the whole the little game and all that? It's all symbolic, bro.
Nah, I feel like she needs to go ahead and get up out of it. I think she gonna kill little boy, if anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're gonna help her cover it up. And then she gonna go back to the club.
From the gun, it's
Wilson.
Wilson.
Like, you owe it. You know what I'm saying?
And he's gonna go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's the Jets punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Now Brown. So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Watson off play action. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It got his man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 38 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Hey, Sean, you not playing no more?
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
I was asking if Nate Sean was still playing.
To get down the field, it's taking them no time at all to get down here.
You know,
and now we're set up with a 1st and goal.
No.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll try to run this one in.
Yes,
and the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I guess let me know when y'all ready. One of my favorite coaches just say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone,
hey, hold on, bro.
Give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And he's in for the score.
I'll be ready when I'm done this game.
Texans taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
It's not that we don't got 5.
An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away. Maybe with some frustration after the PA teammates.
Man can't even have himself a man can't even have himself a stone.
To bring this one out, it's a touchback.
You seen Thor yet, Bill?
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
So it's not better than Ragnarok. But Ragnarok is like top 5 for me, bro.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time
that's
it's
like,
Gordon.
I'm not saying
first down and more for Gordon.
That don't mean it's not good.
The 50 to the 47-yard line.
Sometimes those
Ragnarok, that's a hot ball.
On a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? We just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does. Or the goat. Oh, the goat.
And say, listen,
I mean, it was cheesy.
I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Now Wilson on first down.
Yeah, I'm a big-time moviegoer, so I just enjoy the experience. I try not to compare all that, because when you setting a high bar like that, you going to be
a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got.
But you don't really go to the
movies.
It's so
tough to cover that route, the drag route.
I'm an AMC Stubbs member before.
Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Oh, I know what you mean. I see what you mean.
Well, my dad is real big into the comics, so he be telling me like the shit that I may not see the direction. He be kind of pointing me in the right direction. Yeah,
but I feel
it's all based on the comics. He be telling me, like he be like, "Now I like this one because they really get into the comics." But he was telling me that they
Now it's Wilson.
Yeah, he fries me. But he was telling me that like with a lot of like the shows and all the shit, they setting up the young Avengers. So like that's why they got all the kids shit going on.
A nice throw there,
and then they doing a lot of the woman empowerment shit too with the characters they've been doing. But he was saying, "Oh well, I'm gonna wait, because Dion ain't seen it." But okay, the end credit scene 7, you know what I'm talking about. Don't say nothing. But my dad was telling me like he was in a lot of the comic stuff, so they can open up a whole new door with having that character in it, you know. Yeah. Which I didn't know that.
That's good, bro.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward.
That's what I'm talking about, that last one.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here.
Sneak it. I don't think even going too low. Just line up, snap it, and
but yeah. I'm talking about the second. I'm talking about the second. The second credit scenes. He was in a lot of the comments.
2nd and goal.
You ain't got it like that, nigga.
And they'll run again. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
Yeah.
They'll try to run this one in. Trying to barrel it in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Ain't no loyalty. Nah, that nigga wouldn't pick you either, so it's only right.
They'll try and run for it. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He stoned at the 1.
Don't nobody fucking want the Bears. I think you good.
Sean McVay unhappy on the sidelines visibly. He's made the decision to reach for the red flag.
The Bills is nice. What pick you got? What pick you had?
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have
so
to
he
be
probably got
careful
like the 19 for the 20.
because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
I don't think the Bills fall in there, but the Bears will.
And he's going to be out of bounds up past the 5. A gain of 6 there.
You gotta go be 19. Let me see. I can tell you right now.
Give me that one.
You 19. You 19 and Jay is 18 now.
Working with his 2nd and 4.
All I need Tommy to leave and I'll be 1.
They'll try the left side. Hills, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up.
That's
back at your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
I'm either getting
run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that
the Ravens or the Jets.
For them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter when he does.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down.
I think so, yeah.
One of my old teammates called me.
But I was going to get the Jets and fresh. But the Eagles had 2 first-round picks, so I just got them. And they got
difficult. And just
Bro,
when you think you get everything
squad,
here comes a
not a
back
real
out of the
fan.
backfield. In this case, he
Bro,
picks
this
up
is
the
a
first
video
down.
game.
You not a real fan for real.
Off of play action,
Don't
it's
tell me
Watson.
I am.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jordan.
Well, we already know
you
Utah weather, so it's like it's cool.
Going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at
Oh,
the
damn, that's
38.
2 on me. I didn't realize I was losing.
Here's Watson.
Nah, the Bears is fucking terrible, mad at Wise.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Yeah. At least they got picks, though. Ain't fucking hella cap space.
Just listen, bro. Just if some miracle the Commanders beat the Cowboys, I'm
After
talking
the
about
sack,
shit.
they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side.
Bro,
of
it
town.
ain't gonna.
Second
First
and
of
a
all, it's not gonna
country
be
mile.
some miracle crash ass niggas. And y'all niggas gonna fucking be some shit this year.
8 yards there helps, but they're still stuck now. 3rd and long coming up.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher.
I'm not a fan,
so you
based
know
off
he's
your
gonna get his
standards.
chances,
Go
and
on.
he picks up nice yardage on that one.
You don't have 2 chances to get him on the game. 3 chances.
And some
I'm not using. I have to explain to you why I'm not using them this year. I think the fuck not, bitch.
You started me. You know you wrong.
Nah, I had them. Yeah, I had them this year. But they had the same exact team.
They really had a good drive going there, but a
I'm
nice
talking
recovery
perfectly
by the
fine.
defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring.
No,
up,
they
I
have
think,
the
for
same exact
offense,
teams they had this mad
unexpected
on.
4th
And the
down
point of
here.
the draft to me is to switch it up.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Jets will take over.
But no, they
1st and
got
10.
the same team. They just added
The New York
a rookie wide
offense taking
receiver.
over for their next
A
possession.
brother piece,
And
but it's
last
the
time,
same shit.
They had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a
They
nod
just
of the
added a
head to the
rookie wide
defense.
receiver. They
Congratulations, you
disrespected
got us
him,
last time.
That's what I'm
But you
talking
didn't
about.
hold us the whole time. We
I
got
mean,
out of position.
that's
We
the
were
fact.
able to
That's
be
why I
in
fuck with
position
you,
to
Ralph,
score.
bro. That's why I
Let's
fuck
go
with you,
ahead and
Ralph,
attack
because you
again.
a real
Continue to
fan,
have
bro.
that kind
You know
of
what I'm saying?
confidence. Not
You
worried
really
about
rock
the
with
one
your
play
brass,
that didn't
bro.
allow him to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Play action. It's Wilson.
And then got the bag of peanuts back.
He's got it complete.
Then y'all traded some more shit for Fields, huh?
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little
They did.
bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Yeah.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Wilson. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
What even is it?
Y'all well.
To throw again is Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Right.
Wait, what part y'all talking about?
No, dude. The threesome.
This offense finding its legs.
Oh yeah, old boy, the coach. Yeah. I don't know what he was on.
Yeah, he down bad.
Nah, niggas be they just want to eat their cake. They can't take it. The whole girl doing the same shit.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Christian Kirk.
He got some nice on his titties, though, for sure. Non-stripper, too. First season, yeah, he's out there wild.
They take the lead here at 7-6.
That nigga did get the stutter. I want you to. She like, nigga, shut up.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Nah, that shit'll fuck you up.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. He's got it to Collins complete. Now the Texans burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Yes, I ain't know that. I'm going to check it out.
Oh, yeah, I saw what you was talking. Yeah, I did see that. See that.
The handoff. Now Watson.
It was like the little shadow or whatever.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Know that part either.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I gotta say, if it's gonna be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The Texans will use one of 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
At this point, we was never hooping. Who you talking about?
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and
long.
Yeah. Sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
He needs to just pop his ass.
Watson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jordan. And this
but that's how they be, bro. When they getting beat up and love, that shit is a complete cycle. They be fucked up.
It's understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches.
Oh, boy, he tripping. Hell yeah.
Right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance.
I was telling Seth he got her pregnant in real life.
Yeah. One final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete.
He
is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So we're at halftime.
Bro, I sent Seth the whole IG, bro. We was in here. Alright, you told him. Good job, Dion.
Ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Oh, fuck. What's that? her dick sucking ass. I know she stuck a mean one.
Right.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
I thought she was a white girl until we, somebody posted her IG. Let me guess, that was you, Dia?
Yeah, that was me. I had some shit about
This will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone.
She's Latina. Even better.
Ralph don't know what to say.
The Texans offense ready to go
here
for their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime.
Yeah, that one episode was fun. I mean, when he
was I think they could have transitioned it better. They should have introduced it instead of just doing it.
How are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because
I mean, they were just overactive as well.
Lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room.
Hell no.
This opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give a little jolt of confidence moving forward. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head.
You want your titties growing out of your ass.
Just scared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. Able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
That's not been gone. I think that's a good look.
They'll try the left side. Hills.
Yeah, she was wild.
But he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Try to get the turkey baste out on my boy.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd down.
Yeah, when is the next power coming back?
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
No, the power, Raising Cane either come out next month. I think Raising Cane come out next month. And BMF about to come out.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot.
Is Buddy still in jail? He got out on
who that?
BMF. Lil Meechie got arrested.
Oh, yeah.
So after the incompletion on first,
he got arrested, bro.
He was stealing.
They'll try the left side. Hills, he's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line.
Bro, I'm talking about in real life.
In the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what is this man talking about?
Now a first down throw, Watson. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Hell yeah.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
And that is caught for the 2
points. Don't know how to use it.
So they go with the pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people use the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. And he's got his big tight end here. And they've got him well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. He's at the 30, 20, 10. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. And how about the big boys showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and they're rumbling. You can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal, and that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Devontae Adams.
Oh, yeah.
And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. This time, the extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Wilson to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Ronnie Perkins, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk, and that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently.
You see how I
so
flipped
that's
like
just going to be an
exclamation points. You
incompletion.
think I wrote
Here's
this.
the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. With it is
I
Brown.
smoke you in the battle.
A 46-yard
I said, hey, yo.
4-yard return. And the Texans will take over.
Why you
with a
keep
1st and
testing
10.
me? I ain't gonna kill you.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially. There he goes, right side. The
my already ready.
10, 5, and he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Meanwhile, there's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Say this.
Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Jets are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
What it is?
I'm about to run upstairs real quick. Just hit me when you're done, if I ain't back.
Wilson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just run a ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
He's checking. Crash.
They go play action now. Wilson. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And they do get this across midfield of the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Watson's throw into the hands of his receiver, Guyton. Touchdown, Houston. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
And to give this time to the tailback. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have bucked the trend so far. Sterling performance to this point on the road, no less, in the wild card round. And they look to finish things off here in this 4th quarter. And a good job of just fighting through 1 tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. They'll keep it on the ground. Hills. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Watson now to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And the Texans are moving on as we say so long, everybody.
Yo. Where everybody at? Yeah. Babe, you still in here? I was asking if Seven was still in here. Yo, Jay. My shit was muted. Us. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Motherfuckers always turn it into doctors and scientists and shit. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah. Damn. Mm-hmm. Oh, Ultimate Frisbee. Nah, that shit live. Yeah. Nah, I got a fucking dumb motherfucker I work with too. We all got him. He be lying though. That's the one thing that pisses me off about him. Nah, that shit. And then he be lying about stuff like that's not even necessary. Like we don't care. Like if I arrest somebody, like he'll come up. If I arrest somebody, he'll come up and be like, "Oh, I was just gonna stop this car earlier." I'm like, "Well, why didn't you?" Bruh, yes, he does stuff like that every time. Or like if we got somebody we know that's wanted, and they'll be talking about him in our detail, and he'd be like, "Oh, I think I seen this guy like 2 days ago." I'm like, "Bro, you be seeing?" I be thinking in my head like, "You done seen every person that we looking for and ain't arrest none of them because he's lazy." It's just so annoying. And this dude's like 40. Yeah, the person in my back seat, and then he'll come up like we'll ask for like another unit to come over and help out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I just was like, I was like, hey, can you come wait on the tow truck for me while I take this dude to jail? You like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So then he'll walk up to the car door and be like, oh man, I was just gonna pull this car over earlier. I saw it earlier, but I lost it. I'm like, bro, why do you have to say that? Like, it's okay. I understand. You haven't done anything today. It's frustrating. And he's like you'll be telling him stuff that is no information that he has known, and he always says, "Oh, I know. Oh, I know." I'm like, Jesus Christ. He's so dumb. Pretty much. I try not to be around him because like last when I was off those last days, he had this dude that he knew was wanted. He already knew all his information. And he pulls out his notepad and starts writing the dude's name down. He runs from him and he loses him. I'm like, bro, why are you even asking this dude any questions? Just put him in handcuffs. You know he has a warrant. He's like, oh, I know. So then he tell them they see him again today. Our covert see him walk up to the gas station. So he goes to sit down, starts shooting up his heroin or whatever. And they like, all right, he's sitting over here. So my car is in front of his. They was like, y'all can pull in now. He's sitting behind the van. So we pull in behind it, and I run up and grab the dude. I'm like, hey man, put your hands behind your back. He tells everybody in the group, yeah, I grabbed him. I ended up grabbing him. So I didn't even know this until the one dude in our unit, Lil Rob, was like, hey, did Kay grab him earlier or was it you? He was like, "Did Kate grab him or did you?" I was like, "I did." He was like, "Why does he always lie?" I was like, "I don't know." Bruh, yes. He used to be in the military. They call him Special K because his last name's like Corelliuson. But we all be calling him Special Dipshit because he's fucking retarded. They think he got Asperger's. They be going at this man's neck. But the thing is, like, you will be calling him dumb to his face, and he just sits there and smiles and doesn't even realize that you insulted him. It's annoying. I hate him so much. Bro, he's fucking retarded. I don't know what his deal is, but it's just fucking. I don't know, like if he knows like he's lazy, so he be just trying to like seem like in the mix because he around all hard workers. So I think he just be trying to seem like he does stuff even though he doing nothing. So like he be trying to look for like some validate like when he tells me like, "Oh yeah, I was gonna pull this car over early." I'm like, "What does that do for me?" Nothing. You should have done it, then I wouldn't have been here right now. But I try not to deal with him. I only ask. Only thing I get him to do is to wait on tow trucks, and if it's just me, it's the only uniform. I'll have him come cover me. But all he just does is just stand there, like, or he takes stuff to the property room for me. Other than that, I don't really deal with him. He make every, and then when he makes his own style, he like makes it uncomfortable. Like I be feeling unsafe. I'm like, you have to know. People want to know why you doing what you doing. Like he'll tell somebody like, "All right, I need you to step out," and then they say why, and they like question him, and then he just stands there in the doorway, and just looks at him, doesn't say anything. I'm like, bro, they're not gonna move at that point. Like they trying to figure out if you violating their rights. Like you need to explain to them. Like I can ask you to get out on any traffic stop. You have to comply with that, and we can talk about it out here. And then he just doesn't get that part. It pisses me off. Yeah, the fight is on. Yeah, yeah, hmm yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. I don't like doing stops for him. He's so dumb. It be pissing me off. Yeah, because I explain stuff to people. I'm like, if they ask me a question, I'm gonna tell you. Like they be like, well, why am I getting out? I'm like, well, first of all, it smells like weed in here. Or I'll be like, second of all, I can ask anyone on any traffic stop to exit the vehicle, whether it's for my safety or further investigation. But me arguing in the doorway ain't gonna do nothing, so I need you to step out. And then they be like, okay, okay, okay. But I'm like, and then they be like, oh well, like if they ask, he like, whoa, whoa, why are you going to my car? I'm like, just like, and it's like you have to like take over his stop because he just freezes up. It pisses me off. I'm like, just like I patted you down, I can look in the immediate areas of where you were sitting to make sure there's no weapons or anything like that. And then they be like, oh, okay, okay, that makes sense. But he just stands there and says nothing. And like he doesn't have the gift of gab. Like he can't banter with people. He just sits there and looks at them. Like I be fucking talking to people. Like that's how you make. I'm like one. I know you're not trying to kill me if you talking because you thinking. Two. I'm like. who wants to just stand here like a fucking robot? Like, it's annoying. He just pisses me off so much. Yeah. But that's the thing, like, the female I ride with, she kind of like she don't really talk that much, so I do most of the talking. And I've always been like that with my partners. Like, if they end up talking, then I'm like, all right, cool. She's starting to get better now since we've been riding together for a little bit. But at first, it was like, do you like jelly beans? Like, she asking dumbass questions. And that's the thing people don't realize. Like, you can't get straight to the asking if they a criminal right away. Like, you got to beat around the bush. Oh, where was you headed today? Oh, where you from? Shit like that. Oh, you a Cowboys fan? Oh, they ass. And then that's when I'd be like, oh, what about you ever been to jail before? Like, just spring it up on them. Can't just be fucking as soon as you get out the door, like, do you have a gun on you? Like, the motherfucker's gonna clearly cuss you out and say no. Yeah, you better be ready for what's next. hmm But any good cop know, like, when it's time to step somebody out, or like, I don't think they be realize, like, him especially, he'll just walk away from the car. I'm like, bro, we need to get these two motherfuckers out. Like, what are we doing right now? He's just dumb. Yeah, I already told my son, I'm like, I don't like doing stops with him. Like, dead ass. It's just you could tell he don't know what he doing. Like, he don't have no control. Yeah, I'm like, bro, you're 40, not fucking 6. Mhm. Maybe that's his problem, man. Yeah, he wasn't nothing like that. Well, maybe that's now that I hear that perspective, now I get why the motherfucker's so stupid. Because like we use these things, it's like a walkie-talkie on our phone that we use, so we not using the regular radio, so we can talk to each other in our unit. It's basically just an app on your phone. You just push the button and you can talk, and it's like, yeah, 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 yeah. So we use that. Like, he'll have a car stop and he'll be like asking them, like, if our coworkers be like, yeah, go ahead and make this stop for me or whatever. Like, he asks me like, well, am I good to what do y'all want me to do next? I'm like, what do you mean? What do you want me to do next? Mm-hmm. 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 I guess now I know why he's a fucking dipshit. No, I'm telling you, bro, it's worse than like if I have so